What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 125, and we start today's episode off with a game against Sunderland here at White Hart Lane. And of course, we are into September now, so the summer transfer window is finally over. We ended it in the last episode, and we are now stuck with all these players we signed until January. If we wish to offload one of them if they haven't performed, or if we want to make any new signings, we've got to wait until January. But we take on Sunderland, of course, one of my old Career Mode sides. We had them in FIFA 13 Career Mode, and that side kind of made that series what it was, you know, the Sunderland side we built with some incredible players such as Marcano. But we did take on Sunderland, and Sunderland are a side who, when I faced them, I always seem to score a lot of goals, but I just concede a lot of goals as well, so it's always a goals fest really. We do take on Sunderland, featuring one of our old players in Capu, and of course we have Fernando off of them. And the first chance will come in the 90th minute, Carrasco striking his free kick from range, but unfortunately hit the post and was actually tipped wide by Kieran Westwood. So frustrating, because I'm still yet to score a free kick goal with anyone other than Seb Larsson, so very unfortunate there. Carrasco couldn't score, but from the corner it was Carrasco who crossed the ball in towards the centre. Fabian Schär goes for the header, but unfortunately it is simple for Westwood to make the save. And I love how Westwood just gingerly walks past Schär as he's in agony on the penalty spot there, but it was still 0-0. But we get the ball here with our defender Shah, who finds Stephen Corker. Ross Barkley, not Stephen Corker. Barkley plays it through to Lewis Holtby. He rolls it through to Daniel Sturridge, and Sturridge finds the back of the net to make it 1-0. That goal was really annoying there, because I know Legendary is really hard, but Westwood, he just stood on his line. I don't know why he didn't come out for that ball there, because it made it look so easy, and it's so annoying when that happens. It really does. But anyway, in the 39th minute we get a good chance here. Danny Welbeck chips the ball across the face of goal, and Mele goes for the shot, but unfortunately Westwood makes a really good save there to keep the score at 1-0. So we're still in front in this game. Westwood had a couple of good saves, and in the 48th minute though, a good chance for Sunderland. Adam Johnson gets on the ball and rolls it through to Jack Colback, the left back. He rolls it through to Manjon. He gets past Kirikez way too easily, plays it through. Fernando can't keep up with Adam Johnson. His shot is well saved by Lloris, and thankfully we do get the ball away for a corner. So still 1-0 to us here as Sunderland finally decided to threaten. But in the 63rd minute, Romela gets the ball for us here down the left hand side. I only just realised he doesn't even have 4-star skills on this game anymore. He's only 3-star. That absolutely sucks to go from 5-star to 3-star. But anyway, we work our way up the pitch. Danny Welbeck gets us onto it. Nice little body feint to get around his man. Keeps on going. Eventually rolls it through to Lewis Holtby, and Holtby finds the bottom corner. So I did say I was thinking about replacing Holtby in the summer transfer window, trying to find a better playmaker, but he's already got a couple of goals this season. He's looking very decent. That was a good finish by Holtby, and even if we do find someone better in January to play in that CAM slot, I'll still have him as a player, because I think he's very decent on this game. In the 82nd minute it was still 2-0, but unfortunately for us, Josie Altidore ran clear here. The shot was well saved by Lloris, but we just couldn't get the ball away, and unfortunately it was put in by Mavrias, I think it is, there to make it 2-1. So Sunderland back in the game. Just can't keep a clean sheet against them, can I? Sunderland back in the game. But in the 87th minute, a great chance for us to wrap the game off. Brian Carrasco gets onto the ball here. Nice little step over to get around his man. Then gets tugged back by the defender, wins it back, rolls it through to Ross Barkley, who takes a touch and drills the ball into the bottom corner. So I did say as well, you know, we signed Barkley on deadline day. And with Barkley coming in, I was worried that he may be a bit of a white elephant for us, you know, £17 million plus Paulinho for him, but on his debut he scores a goal, and that is a great way to prove the doubters wrong that he's going to be a white elephant. So great finish by Barkley. But in the 90th minute, Vlad Kirikez, what on earth was that? Absolutely ridiculous. That's one of the things about the game I just cannot stand, when the AI just does stupid things like that for you. Stupid little animation there as Kirikez. The situation is completely under his control. Then he just does a stupid leg kick out, tries to recover by making a challenge, but unfortunately goes straight into the path of Altidore, I think it was, who made it 3-2. The game did finish 3-2, so we did get the win, but I was just so annoyed about the manner of both of those goals. They really should have been stopped, and they weren't. It was Mandron that scored. They really should have been prevented, those two goals, but unfortunately they weren't, and it was a 3-2 finish. But I was glad to get the 3 points, and that's the main thing. But after that, we saw that Alex Pritchard has indeed accepted the contract we offered in the last episode, which is really good, because I think he's a decent squad player for us. I think he's going to be a decent sort of backup winger. He's got some great technical stats, great skill stats, and it reminds me a little bit of David Bentley, and hopefully he's going to be a little bit better than Bentley, but even so, very decent player anyway, so I'm glad that he's accepted that contract as a squad player. We then had a couple of international friendlies with Chile. One was against Paraguay and the other was against Ecuador. We won both of those, and that was very good news for us. And after that we saw that Nelson Oliveira, is it Oliveira or Oliveira? I'm not sure, but let's just say Nelson Oliveira for the time being, that's easier for me, is coming back from injury and is ready to play. So we put him on the bench for this game against Manchester City here at the Etihad Stadium. This is going to be one of the, I'm not sure whether you call it an early title contender clash or an early top 4 clash, because of course both of these sides, City and Spurs, finished in 5th and 6th respectively last year and failed to get into the top 4. So we come into this game against this team, ideally this will be a good early season title clash for us really. If we do have the squad that can challenge for the title, this will be a good signal of intent. But, I'm not really sure whether we are going to be winning the title this year or getting close to it. So I guess you have to call it a top 4 clash really. But we take on City, including their £51 million man, Eric Dier, who they signed from Millwall. And the first chance would come in the 16th minute. It was Negredo who got onto the ball for them here and played a wonderful through ball to Mario Gomez. Gutierrez made the slide tackle, but it came only as far as Scott Sinclair, who whipped in a cross. It was cleared away, but Gomez, falling back, trying to divert the ball into the back of the net with the header, could only put the ball wide. So still 0-0. In the 30th minute, though, another good chance for City. What a great free ball this was into Mario Gomez, and a great finish by the German. Brilliant composure as he chips the ball over the top of the on-Russian Hugo Lloris to make it 1-0 to City, and two fantastic through balls already in this game, and unfortunately they score with this one, Gomez getting it to make it 1-0 to the home side. So disappointed to concede just past the half an hour mark, but just before half time it could have got even worse. A great chance here as I gave the ball away sloppily with Fernando. Great chance for Kasami running through. I tried to make the challenge of Corker, couldn't do it, but thankfully for us, Lloris bailed us out of a good save there. So I gave the ball away so sloppily with Fernando, but it was a corner regardless. It was eventually Milner who gave it to Scott Sinclair, who whipped in across. Subotic found himself free in the centre. What a chance, 8 yards out, free header for the former Borussia Dortmund man, but the Serbian could only put the ball wide, and it was still 1-0 at half time. As he walks on the pitch, he shakes his head because he knows that chance would have finished the game. But at half time we bring on Nelson Oliveira off the bench here, of course coming back from injury, and the first chance would actually come to us, and it would actually come to him as well, because as Manchester City give the ball away here, it's Barkley who wins it, finds Nelson Oliveira, who takes a shot, but he can only drag the ball wide. So still 1-0, but an early chance for us here in the second half. But in the 71st minute, James Milner gets onto the ball. We put the pressure on with Lamela, but unfortunately Milner finds Musa. Musa rolls it through to Negredo. Negredo gets past his man, rolls it back to Musa, who shoots. Good block, but Lloris here, oh, that is just so poor. Seriously, I hate it when the AI just make mistakes like that. That's so easy. Like, seriously, just catch the ball. It is that easy, but you can't prevent the corner. Eventually it's crossed into the box, and the reason I show that is because from that, as Musa gets on the ball here, he crosses it in. Subotic has a free header, and again, it is just one of those moments where you just have to point the fingers, and maybe the AI should take the blame for that. I'll take the blame obviously, but even so, it's just so frustrating. Gutierrez gets in the way. The header was clearly going wide, but Gutierrez gets in the way, deflects it past Lloris, and unfortunately it's an own goal for our Brazilian centre half. So City 2, Spurs 0. The game is surely over, and I was just so annoyed about that. I really was, because that goal seriously just epitomised every single thing that is so frustrating when it comes down to FIFA. So annoying when the animations like that happen. There's nothing you can do. So City 2, Spurs 0. But from kickoff we get the ball to Daniel Sturridge, who rolls it through, and Lamela puts in this fantastic finish to get the ball past Anthony Lopez there. What a superb finish at the far post. He drills it into the far corner there to make it City 2, Spurs 1. So straight from kickoff we get ourselves back into this game, and we begin to fight back. And once again from kickoff, Musa gives the ball to Negredo, who finds Jack Rodwell, who I was looking at signing in the summer. City end up giving the ball away, but it's won back by James Milner, and Thiago rolls it through to Milner here. Milner plays it back to the Spanish midfielder Thiago. He finds Richards, but Richards loses out to Lamela, and we go on the break. And as Nelson Oliveira plays the ball through to Lewis Holtby, he is running clear, and Subotic can't catch up. I decide to try and round Anthony Lopez. We won the penalty, and the referee has no decision to point to the spot there, because Lopez did indeed take out Holtby, and I was very, very relieved about that one as well, because I was at a really tight angle and I didn't fancy Holtby's chances of scoring, despite the fact he did score in the previous game. So I thought I'd just try and play for the penalty, because I got very good at doing that, sort of winning penalties on purpose, and I did perfectly well there. Rounded him, got taken out, definite penalty, and a man that would stand up and take the penalty to possibly complete a superb fight back would be the man who who came off the bench at half time here, trying to make a statement, get himself back into the side. He stands up, stutters, and puts the ball into the bottom corner, and that was such a lucky penalty, because you may have seen in the bottom left of your screen I almost messed it up massively, because when the cursor goes from left to right, you've of course got to get it in the green, and I got it in the red to the yellow. That was really, really bad, but thankfully when you stutter a penalty it takes the power off it, so when you do that it becomes maybe a little bit less accurate, but certainly not as powerful, and of course a more powerful shot is going to be less accurate naturally. So with that in mind, thankfully the stutter worked out for us, and we just about squeeze it into the bottom bottom corner. So I was so relieved about that. I really was, because that was obviously going to be our best chance of getting back into the game, and had I messed that up I would have been furious at myself. But thankfully we did score, and it was 2-2, and the comeback was complete in just a matter of minutes. But in the 90th minute in injury time, how about this? Musa rolls the ball through to Michael Richards here. He's running clear down the right hand side, and what a challenge by Fabian Schär. I was very not critical, but I was very cautious when I signed him for such amount of money. He wouldn't prove to be his worth, but what a challenge that was by the defender to keep score at 2-2, and that was how the game finished. So a 2-2 draw. I was very pleased we managed to fight back and get the point, and the result was very good, considering the fact that with 15 minutes to go we were looking down and out. But as always, guys, big thank you for watching the video. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed the video, please leave likes, that's much appreciated, and it really does help my channel out, and I'll see you for the next episode of Career Mode very soon.